Ay, Calizo, 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 tú quieres tu novia, que es Guadalajara. La perla más rara de todo Jalisco es mi Guadalajara. Escuchar los mariachis cantar por el alma sus lindas canciones.
Qué gusto tenerte aquí en la embajada. Gracias, muy bien, muy bien.
Nice to meet you. I feel like the banks have gave up on many people, on entire communities, and these high commissions will just make the banks and few financial companies being richer, but they will, in a way, prevent a better and faster development and spreading of the wealth across all the population.
Pues qué bueno que coincidamos en estos análisis y pues felicitarlos por el trabajo que hacen. Para nosotros fue una sorpresa que El Salvador tomara esa decisión de que el Bitcoin fuera moneda de curso legal y hemos visto que ha traído beneficios, han venido inversiones de empresas mexicanas y estamos muy atentos a cómo se desarrolla el proceso para aprender y a ver si después lo podemos aprovechar más adelante.
So, Ambassador, if I can ask a question, so you are seeing positive benefits both from the security and stability point of view in El Salvador and both from the economical point of view at this point after 1 year?
Sí, muchísimos.
You know, we start from El Salvador, but we as Bitfinex, we are definitely interested to understand if there is any way through education and through, you know, in financial infrastructure, if we can eventually help also Mexico.
Muy bien. Les mandaremos este mensaje a nuestro país para que en algún momento dado México también pues busque estas nuevas opciones apoyados en la tecnología. Es importante que no nos mantengamos una mente cerrada, sino una mente abierta a las innovaciones.
I have journalists asking me what I think about the introduction of Bitcoin in El Salvador and how it's been adopted, how much percentage of people are using it. And also they are complaining or they are suggesting that Bitcoin failed here.
Yeah, I try to explain those myths that are running around in the press, in some academic circles, because one says, oh, how much do you lose because you bought the Bitcoin when it was at 40,000 and now it's less than 20,000. Say we didn't lose anything because we haven't sold not single Bitcoin that we bought.
We cannot believe that we are at the stage where we can actually interact with the government and help citizens to become, actually, in my opinion, El Salvador can become the financial center of Central and South America. Because, you know, with also the new securities law, I think that you can become the center where all the companies can raise capital and provide financial services. It is really important the work that you are doing also at the legislation and law level.
And you probably know, you are aware that I think 2 or 3 months ago, it was a meeting here from 44 countries, the top financial authorities, central banks, Minister of Finance from 44 countries, from all over the world, from Africa, Asia, South America, Europe. They gather here to talk and discuss about how we are managing that. And as a result, I see the Central African Republic, they adopted also the Bitcoin as a legal tender. So it means that our example and our leadership is being as an inspiration for others. So we're very glad now we can use this meeting as you supported as another landmark in this way to the future. Of course. So thank you for trusting in us, and thank you for supporting El Salvador.
It's my pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. They want really to make El Salvador the first country that cares about financial freedom for their own citizens. So, seeing such a new young generation of lawmakers, politicians, and people that actually execute, they really care about their countries, is unique. I think that one of the most interesting, beautiful outcomes could be having El Salvador as the financial center of Central and South America.
It's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's legal tender, and it's very clear. That's your first step. Your next step is a Bitcoin office, Bitcoin embassies, securities laws. Like, these are the steps. This is the template.
We have to help a government that is so brave. But nevertheless, the point is, let's remove all the intermediaries that are just eating a portion of the money that should go to infrastructure and to the people. I come from Europe, and before 1999, Europe was many different countries, and each country had their own currency. But then in '99 they moved all to the euro currency, right? But in order to move every single country, every single person from their previous national currency to the euro, it took 6 years. And the citizens were forced to adopt that new currency. And all the old generations were scared. Why we should treat differently El Salvador from Europe? Europe took 6 years and people were forced. In El Salvador, is just 1 year passed and is an option. Bitcoin is an option and is not being forced to people. So I think that the things that we need to do in El Salvador is infrastructure, is education. We have to bring people to understand why Bitcoin is important, why Bitcoin helps with freedom. While we allow time to other countries to make this type of adoption, we have to allow the same time to El Salvador to make the Bitcoin adoption. I'm a firm believer that in order to have adoption, in order to really get to financial freedom, inclusion, you have to explain to people why Bitcoin is so important, right? So you cannot pretend that people understand this by themselves. But with the right amount of education, with the right events, we can actually explain why the move of the President Bukele and El Salvador in general has been brave, but has been a really intelligent and genius idea.